good evening. Welcome to Sports Scene. A rather shortened version tonight, only 30 minutes. The lights in the background you may recognise as that of Celtic Park, where we were on this last Saturday before Christmas to watch the Old Firm game, Celtic against Rangers. You know, you only need to look back over the record books to realise that this is the worst Saturday in the year for attendances. You know what it's like, wives dragging husbands through shops for last-minute Christmas shopping. And that was slightly reflected in the attendance at Park today. Only 43,000. By modern-day standards, very good, but, you know, the Old Firm should get upwards of 60,000. But it didn't spoil the atmosphere. The clans had gathered, the noises, the tribal chants were still there. And the game began on a kind of Christmassy note with a touch of magnanimity from the man in charge.
Brian McGinley, the man who's donated the match fee to the Cash for Kids campaign, and a kind of Christmassy gesture by him on a day that's absolutely perfect for football. It's slightly damp out there, but it is very mild, and as you can see from that sliding tackle, the pitch will cut up slightly, but it will be perfectly holding for good football, and I hope that is what emerges from this usual boiling cauldron of passion. Mitchell goes after that, and there is a corner kick, the first of the match, with only 30 seconds gone. Cooper waiting till the forces assemble in the penalty area. Almost a near post. Davie McPherson was there, and it's hooked away by Burns, who passed his fitness test. Cahoon, who played very well against Rangers in that first game. And there is the Rangers captain, Peter McCloy. The Gavin Lighthouse, they call him, captain for the day, 38 years of age, 6'4", and still sprightly. Celtic have got a very attacking formation indeed. Their midfield with Paul McStay, McClare, McLeod and Tommy Burns all come forward. They're aggressive players, hungry to shoot a goal. Quite apart, of course, from having Maurice Johnson and McGarvey up front. Mitchell does that well. John McDonald gets a shot in, and I think that was saved. Yes, there was a touch, a brilliant save by Warner. And a great move by Rangers. The two front men linking very well, and that was the best I've seen from John McDonald in a long time. Good judgment, good control, and Warner just the match of it. McKinnon. Cooper. That's well judged, and I think offside, yes. It must have been Cooper who was offside as soon as the ball was played to. Rangers, of course, have had to reorganise themselves dramatically in defence. Fraser almost getting caught. There is Dave McKinnon playing as a sweeper today, alongside McPherson with the two reserve fullbacks, Burns and Monroe, on the field today, and it is going to be a test for that Rangers defence. Cooper gone to the right. John McDonald. Fraser wanted it. Curls it in well, and that's just down too much. There's Burns. Aiken touches it out, not effectively. Cooper. Way by Reid, and that's a free kick. A very awkward tackle by Burns, and the referee, in fact, might have a word with the youngster. Cahoon almost gets it, in fact he does. Johnston, he tries it again. There's a crowd, that's a goal. No, it's offside. McClare. The linesman right on the spot. And although Brian McClare touched it in firmly with the Rangers defence, with a huge gap right through the middle, the linesman had his flag up, no goal. Well, that's not the kind of ball to give Davie Cooper, a high ball between two Celtic defenders. That's the very last pass he should get. Cahoon. Traditional Scottish player, there is no offside. Can it be touched forward? Johnston, great save, and there's put away. McClare, 1-0 for Celtic. The Rangers defence woefully exposed. It's almost a replica of what happened early on when Rangers were dragged apart and Brian McClare was playing in midfield at the opportunity of putting it forward. There was a rebound, but he followed it up. Good, clear finishing, 1-0 after 11 minutes. Cannot get in the open, clear enough for John McDonald. He had a very bright start, but now he's being caught in possession a lot. McKinnon. Redford, ball spins away from him. Beautiful move by Celtic, McClare again. And this is where the danger lies. What Celtic are able to do now is drag Rangers' defence away to the side, take players with them and allow the likes of Brian McClare and McStay to come into the gaps, and it almost paid off again there. Look at all that space for Reid. Mitchell has to come back. Fullback wants to go himself for the 1-2. Bonds is there and picked up by John McDonald. Ferguson wanted it back. Bonds is going forward. There's Ferguson, a bit too neat. Ferguson. Well, he gets a free kick. The lad wanted to take the two Celtic players on, no doubt about that. That's cleverly taken. It's Cooper. Played out well, Redford. Ferguson. To Monroe. On to Ferguson, but McStay picks it off. There's McPherson digging in hard. McGarvey, good running by McGarvey, and McKinnon coming in. Went right round the back of the Rangers defence. He was not in an offside position, of course, from that throw-in. Drain will try that chip. There's Burns. McStay. Ooh, he almost got that clear shot. Wasn't so far away. Johnson, we've hardly seen in the match. Burns. Fraser goes with them, and look at that. That goal was gaping. Oh. Well, in honesty, the direction was right, but the ball was really travelling. And quite simply, the Celtic forward line hadn't come up on it. McClare means business. McStay. Derek Ferguson, good control, the youngster. That's a pretty ball. John McDonald on to Davie Cooper. Here's Redford with the shot, and I think we could put that quite clearly into the pathetic category. It really isn't the kind of finishing one would expect in a top-class game like that. After that excellent move from Rangers from midfield, the youngster picking up. Intelligent play with McDonald and laid right to the side by Cooper. Bonner could have yawned as that went towards him. John McDonald. Redford cannot quite grasp it again, just slightly off balance. And that's a good ball picked up by Davie Cooper. Now Redford with a chance. There's a chip across goal. There's John McDonald, he scored! And offside given. The linesman has had his flag up, unlike Celtic, who had the ball in the net. In the opening minutes, the linesman has chopped it off. It could either have been John McDonald or Mitchell in that offside position, but it's being chopped off. It still stands 1-0. Couple of minutes to half-time. Burns pounding forward. McStay. Redford. Mitchell. Here's Ferguson. Curls it away round. Now Davie Cooper. The reverse pass, easily cut off this time by Aiken. Now Frank McGarvey having to come deep. Swings to McStay, there's a gap, and another one. Cahuna's there. Oh, there's too much in that. And Burns, excellent play by the Rangers fullback. Here's Cooper. Now to Redford. To Ferguson. Fraser. To Cooper. On towards McPherson, the big Rangers defender decides to come up. Can he get it across? And a rather poor finish. He had two men in the middle. Ball just trundling out, and we're virtually on the half-time whistle. The ball is in mid-air, flying over the halfway line. So the whistle goes for the end of this first half. A very surprising first half in many ways. What I mean is this: if we look at that Celtic goal again, indeed if we put the two goals that were scored by Celtic, one disallowed, let's have a look at that disallowed one first and see how exposed the Rangers defence was, and it certainly was, with huge gaps torn in it. And then we see the goal that counted by McClare, almost similar with Rangers looking very strident. It was then early on in the game I thought Rangers would be taken apart. Now, Celtic have had the menace of players up front who can take their opportunities, and also from midfield like Brian McClare, who's been outstanding. But having said that, I think Rangers have had the better of the first half since then, coming forward very well. I think playing very intelligent with a young Derek Ferguson having a very cool game in midfield. And of course Cooper always a menace, and that John McDonald effort almost at the end of that first half, accounting for Rangers, judged offside. So even though there's only that one goal in it, that underlines the fact that this game is very narrow indeed. And there is an examination by the referee, Brian McGinley, of Graham Sinclair's boots. He is on in place of the Celtic captain, Danny McGrain. Graham Sinclair, who recently had a spell on loan with Manchester City and played in a cup game at Chelsea, you may have seen on the box. As we start the second half, Rangers trailing by 1-0. And there is young Derek Ferguson, very cool player indeed. Cooper on the right wing. Drags Reed towards him and gets a throw. McDonald went the wrong way. Swings it round, Ferguson doesn't get the touch. Throw it back to Rangers. McDonald. Yeah, free kick pushed there by Bonnie McLeod. Cooper tries to get the touch, and Aiken comes right round, and I think Roy Aiken was annoyed with his defence. I'm not fooling. Goal kick. Person right above the ball. Mitchell. Sinclair right into the back. Free kick. Cooper playing from the start on this right wing. That's a dummy. And Maurice Johnson has gone down, and I wonder if he's stretched himself. He was nowhere near the play, and all of a sudden he drew up and bent down, and I wonder if it's a twist or a stretch, pulled muscle. Play still goes on. Beautiful touch there, cut off by McPherson. Oh, great play by Rangers in midfield. That's not a bad ball. Mitchell tries to go round. He does get the shot in, but stemmed there by Mark Reid, and Rangers have taken up the initiative at the start of the second half, the way they ended the first. Oh, Johnson has recovered all right. Redford. Ferguson to Cooper. And he drags the defenders towards him, and always, of course, hugs that ball with his left foot. I was doing the 400 metres there. That was the ball he was after. Ferguson. So to Celtic. Ferguson caught there by Mark Reid. Cahoon. Push there by Burns, free kick. Exactly 5 minutes gone, and there is Tommy Burns, who has had a quietish first half, some lovely touches, but not much more than that. And now in the second half, that free kick. Cooper crouching with him. Nice run by Burns, that's a good ball, and Sinclair of all people, the substitute. Totally uncovered, raging into that penalty area. A header to equal it, but all up the way. A little bit too quickly with the return pass there by John McDonald, and he picks it up again though. There goes to Redford. Gets rather bogged down. McDonald. Here's Cooper. Too many defenders in there, and it's a penalty kick. Cooper had nutmegged his opponent, and Rangers get a penalty. Very calmly, Brian McGinley pointed to the spot, and with 6.5 minutes gone, a penalty to Rangers. Now, Cooper was enticing the defence to come out towards him. This is a favourite ploy of his, and he did get the ball through, and he did go down, and the referee considered that to be a penalty kick. Cammy Fraser to take this. And he saved it. Warner has saved the penalty kick. A brilliant save. The Celtic supporters almost bringing the stand down with that noise. Superbly launching himself to the side. Cooper Free kick again, and Rangers might have been stunned by that penalty miss, but they have put on intense pressure in the first 8 minutes of this half. There's a very big crowd in there. Redford gets a header, but not enough power in it, and Bonner, well, I think he would get the freedom of Parkhead right now from the Celtic supporters, if not a quick silver collection. Well, Rangers have taken the honours in the start of this second half, but Ted McMinn comes on as Davie Mitchell goes off. Mitchell has run hard for Rangers today without any success, and on comes McMinn. McDonald should get it. Sinclair goes with him. McDonald being obstructed. Another free kick to Rangers. No, just a bit too quick. Got to be retaken. It goes, and McMinn can't get near it. Yannick Ferguson, Sinclair, not at all happy with that. Ferguson again. McMinn with a shot. It was a good position for Rangers, but I don't think the shot was really going to bother Pat Bonner all that much. Slight curl in it, but he just had to take his guard, and then into his arms it went. McStay, good ball. Reid goes forward, might get a shooting chance. McStay follows up. McGarvey is there, and there's the shot. Oh, off the bar, suddenly curled. Celtic's retaliation, really the first sting we've seen in the second half. Breaks to Ferguson. That's the better ball by Fraser. Here's Burns. That's a square one. Cooper. Lovely turn by Cooper. There's McDonald. And I think there was a touch. It's a corner kick. I'm not sure what else to say with a deflection. Another great move by Rangers, who have played some excellent football in the second half, and that Celtic defence has remained intact largely because the Celtic goalkeeper is in brilliant form. Cooper with it. It's a rather weak one. Burns, and looked like handling, and Fritz comes back. So does Ferguson. It's a bit wild, and the free kick is for Rangers, and I think there'll be a substitution. I think Cahoon is going off and Provan is coming off. There's McMinn, McDonald, and the whistle goes. Good move by Rangers, and they'll take that again because wasn't the right spot. Quickly taken this time. Here's Ferguson. McDonald to McMinn. Ooh, this is a mistake. Cooper's got it with a chance. It's scored. Davie Cooper gets the equaliser for Rangers that they so thoroughly deserve at this stage. One each with only 4 minutes left. And it's this time the Rangers supporters celebrating a scoreline that they watched the side very hard, quite hard to get. Good play by Rangers. They advanced on that Celtic defence, and it could have gone to either side, but then putting it right across, a mistake by Bonner. And very coolly, I think the outstanding player of field, Davie Cooper, got that equaliser. Good ball there. McMinn, away he goes. Still McMinn, brought down, free kick to Rangers. Davie Cooper with the ball. Fraser's there as well. Fraser tries it, and it's a side net. There's Ferguson. Cooper after it. Can't quite get it. Free kick to Rangers. John McDonald is after this, and Warner very quickly to it. And he wants everybody upfield. Seconds ticking away, still one each. Here's McKinnon. I think has just gone out. Maybe a little bit of injury time, of course, difficult to say. Here's Morris Johnson. Here's Paul McStay with a shot, and he's wild. Good positioning for Paul. He likes to hit them from just about there. Renowned for doing it, but he's all off balance. He's distinctly off form at the moment, Paul McStay. Fraser for Rangers. On to McMinn. Doesn't get away with it. It's a throw to Celtic. But according to my watch, we're now 2 minutes into injury time. And there goes the final whistle. The Old Firm game ending in a 1-1 draw. A game packed with the kind of incident you would expect from such an electric meeting between these clubs. And so we go forward very shortly to the next.